Top 10 easiest world records you can beat. Hello there again, YouTube. Stay to the end of this video, because if you want to fill up a dark void in your soul where you should have done something with your life, just like I tell my son, maybe me, write that book I wanted, and you might just be able to do that, you never know. This is Top 5 Best, and on today we're counting down the top 10 easiest world records that you can break by yourself. Number 10. Most t-shirts put on in a single minute.
Come on!
Well, the current record is 31 t-shirts. Think you can beat it? Be careful though, this one is actually kind of dangerous if you're doing it alone, as all the weight of the shirts will make it hard for you to pull them off, and you might do some serious damage to your health if you're stuck with them all on. That's why when people do these things, they do it in public, so that way people can pull the shirts off for them. The rules stipulate that the shirts can be any size, and they don't have to be just short-sleeved t-shirts, they can be long-sleeved ones too. But make sure you also have plenty of water, and don't attempt to do this feat in the sweltering heat either. All that said, how do you practice for this? Well, it's not a timed event, so you can take as long as you want. Maybe drop weight? The skinnier you are, the more shirts you can put on? I guess so. Either way, if you can squeeze into 32 shirts, then you've got yourself a useless bragging right. Number 9. Putting the most sticky notes on the face in 1 minute.
Oh no! Stop it!
The current world record for what is yet another useless feat, which, just get used to that, this entire world record list is full of them. It's about 58 sticky notes. I guess if you're gonna try and pull this one off, don't have oily or sweaty skin. And you can't just use mini sticky notes either. The rules state that the sticky notes must be a minimum of 73mm on each side. They don't discriminate which colors you can use though, so have at it with that one. Make a face on a face if you can, but just make sure that all of your sticky notes stay on your face for a minimum of 10 seconds after the initial minute is over. Oh, and you also can't attach any sticky notes to the eyelids. So at the end of it, if you pull this one off, you'll look like a paper monstrosity. At least your face will smell like, fresh paper. Post-it notes always have the unique smell to them that isn't gross, but rather kinda professional smelling. Well, you're the weird one for not thinking that about them. Also, he's the weirdo for sticking all these sticky notes on his head. Number 8. Fastest time to arrange the letters alphabetically in alphabet soup. The current world record holder for this one is currently set at 3 minutes and 21 seconds. Now, you'd think that sounds like a long time, so it'll be easy to beat this one. But if that was the case, wouldn't the record time be shorter already? Or is this a case of no one realizing that they can play with their soup and earn a place in the Guinness Book of World Records for it? At any rate, I can see this one actually getting under people's skin, as you have to sit through the spoon away all the letters and then catch any of them floating away. Now there a sign spot in the alphabet itself? Oh, that sounds terrible. This whole task actually sounds annoying, but it really does make me wonder who came up with it in the first place and why. And then who thought, you know what, we should submit this as a world record. If I had this world record, I don't know if I'd be proud or embarrassed to showcase it on my Tinder profile that my wife and I share. Honestly though, I'd probably just want to eat the soup. Number 7. Most jello eaten with chopsticks in 1 minute.
Why?
We've all eaten jello before, that gelatin sugary treat that feels like something out of a B sci-fi movie, and we all know just how wiggly and wobbly it is, especially in the confines of a spoon keeping it in place. Oh man, now I'm hungry. Well, let's take that challenge and set it to nightmare mode and try eating jello with chopsticks. Oh, and the rules state that one hand has to be behind your back so that you can't use it to help you catch any or hold it in place. Why though? Who thought of this? The current world record for this one is, and I hope you're sitting down, 716 grams or around 25 ounces. Yeah, it's a little insane. But hey, if a German man named Andre Artolf can do it, then so can you, buddy boy. To better put it in perspective, that's over 7 boxes of the stuff. Andre tried the record a couple of times until he eventually broke it on February 6, 2017. The rules state that you can choose any flavor you want, which is nice, I guess. Better to have the luxury of choice on that one, because then you can have delicious cherry or lime gelatin instead of, celery. Which was my stupid son's favorite until they discontinued it, which made me laugh at him. I'm what you call a good father. Number 6. The fastest time to put 24 cans of soda pop in a fridge.
I'm Andy Pelfrey, and this is the world record try for the fastest time to place 24 cans in a fridge.
Excuse me? I do that every day when I get back from the grocery store. So the rules for this one state that the cans must be intact and not open, which, why would they be open? Who puts away an open can of Mountain Dew in their fridge unless they like flat taste and soda pop? That's the work of psychopaths. And of course, if any of the cans fall over or they end up getting broken or worse, dented in the process, you know, that kind of stuff, well then unfortunately your run of trying to beat the current world record of 9.76 seconds, then the record-breaking attempt becomes null and void. Wait, 9.76 seconds? Okay, that's actually not as fast, but also as fast as I was expecting it to be. I mean, the rules don't state that the fridge has to have any obstacles or obstructions in your way, so I don't know how they gauge what kind of fridge you need to be going up against. But if they allow for it to be totally empty, then I might just try to do this one myself, just so I can impress my son's friends and make them like me more than him. Because that's what a real dad is supposed to do. Number 5. The fastest time to type the alphabet backwards on an iPad? That is so oddly specific. Now, why an iPad and not a computer, who knows, but I do know that if you're gonna try and do this one, you're going up against one heck of a speed run. 2 seconds is the current record holding this one. Now, since we're dealing with a gadget here, and gadgets can be hacked and modified to enhance their performances, like what my second grader does when it comes time to playing sports, so the rules state that for 1, the iPad must be unmodified. And 2, it's got to have Steve Jobs' latest official firmware in it. They do cut you some slack though when it comes to attempting to break this record using either uppercase letters or lowercase letters. Of course, it goes without saying that you can't have any errors when doing this, but for some reason the rules had to say that. But dang, 2 seconds? That's gonna be a hard one to beat unless you're the ghost of some quick-drawing gunslinger from the Old West. You also can't use an external Bluetooth keyboard, you have to type on the screen of the iPad itself. So get practicing there, bucko. Number 4. Most saltine crackers eaten in a single minute.
Oh, are we on?
We are out.
Oh, what do we have here?
Right off the bat, be thankful that the rules don't state that you have to whistle happy birthday as you're munching these things down. Currently, the world record sits at 10 for this food eating contest. Now, you can only eat one at a time, and then to move on to the next one, the contestant has to show that their mouth is totally clean and empty of any remnant crackers before moving on to the next one. So you better make sure that you can do it just right and quick enough to break the entire world record there. Oh, and you can't drink anything either, so I hope your mouth is nice and wet for this one, because it's going to get kind of rough when you're hitting cracker number 6. But if you can pull off this one, kudos to you. It would really suck to try and do this one multiple times over, as I can only imagine how coarse and rough your mouth will feel after eating so many saltine crackers dry. I'd try and break the record on my own, but I'm not comfortable with the fact that crackers exist, and it's a sensitive subject between me and my wife's family, so we're moving on to number 3 already. Number 3. Most clothespins clipped to the face in 1 minute.
Well, there isn't a record for hanging out the most washing, but there is one for doing this.
In Piotello, Italy, Silvio Sabba got this world record on December 27, 2012. The rules state that the participant must attach each clothespin to their own face, and Sabba did that and managed to squeeze in 51 of these things. That's gotta hurt, I don't care who you are. I don't even think I have enough skin on my face to try and break this record, it's all too tightly knit. I have to get fat first, and then it'll become saggy when I lose it, doing the Joe Rogan endorsed side of the month, and ugh, I don't even want to think of this. But 57? That's a lot of clothespins, man. I wonder where the most painful places would be to put them. Like on your eyelids? Can you do that? Your ears would probably hurt, I'd imagine, but again, if your face isn't super stretchy like Mr. Fantastic from the popular Marvel comic book series The Fantastic Four, then good luck pulling this one off. I think it'd be more impressive of a world record if every single clothespin had to be set on fire before you put it on your face, though. Number 2. Most lit candles in the mouth.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 and 22.
Dinesh Upadhyay of Mumbai, India set this record on July 10th, 2016 with 17 candles in his mouth. He actually beat his own previous record of 15 that he had just set 8 months prior. Why? I don't know. I don't particularly care to know. I mean, maybe someone hired him to be the birthday cake for their 17-year-old and Dinesh had to step up his game. Either way, if you got a mouth as big as Pac-Man's, then maybe you can beat this record. Just watch out for the melting wax. Imagine if some of that wax dripped right into your eye. That'd be really lame. Better hope you don't have a gag reflex either and a distaste for wax. I mean, are flavored candles a thing? I know scented candles are, but what about if you wanted to eat them in place of the Thanksgiving turkey for your entire family? Either way, if you're gonna try and break this world record, I just hope you can unhinge your jaw like a snake. Don't bite down too hard, the candles are on fire after all.
I saved the best for last, but first, I have a quick challenge that takes only 5 seconds to complete. If you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just try it, it really works.
Number 1. The fastest time to put together a Mr. Potato Head while blindfolded. Look, only certain gifted people can solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded, but for the rest of us casuals out there, we get the watered down challenge of putting together Mr. Potato Head while blindfolded. The rules state that you can only use your hands. Sorry, foot people. And you must attach all the proper body parts in their anatomically correct positions on the doll. In 2014, the world record for doing this was 16.7 seconds, but it was actually beaten in early 2018 by a person named Sam Homewood who did it in 15.58 seconds. Think you got what it takes to beat his? Well, buy yourself a Mr. Potato Head and start playing with it, because that's what grown-ups do. And that's it for this list, everybody. Like I always say, if you did make it this far, be sure to hit us up in the comments below, as we always try to respond and just say what's up. Also, don't forget to drop a like down below, because we're top 5 best, and thanks for watching, guys. See you all around next time.